G'day guys, not Chris Fix here. I've been asked a couple of questions about how I got a aftermarket shifter on my RG Colorado. Normally there's a thread, but it's the first car that I've seen that doesn't have one. So I have tapped the top of mine to suit the thread pitch of a standard gear shifter. They didn't have the exact tap, so I put some thread tape on, and it's on a bit of a tapered thread, so as it gets further down it does get tighter and it does hold down there nice and snug after a while. But I thought I'd give you guys a quick little run through of how I went by getting it done. So first off, you click up the surround, the gear surround. Now, just a bit of a wobble around, just be wary. Once this is released, you do have the plugs in the back side. You do need to disconnect them, and then the whole shifter should come off. The shifter surround, sorry. Now, once you have your shifter surround released, you will still have your existing shifter on. You will be able to put it down into fourth or reverse or whichever. It'll give you a bit more room to get to these plugs. You can take them off. Pretty sure that it's like a little squeeze tab. Have a quick little look. So you should be able to get your cover off. Even if you wanted to just push it to the side, it's still fine. You've got a bit of length on your cables here, on your wires and whatnot. Now, down the side here, you will see that there is an Allen key just in here, just to the side. It is a 5 or 6 mil Allen. So what I did, it is pretty hard, it is quite tight to get that off. So I put the Allen key in, and I put a small 6 mil or 5 mil socket onto it. Then I got an extension bar, and it creates a bit of a breaker bar, like so. So I have got a King Chrome Allen set. Got the 1/2 inch adapter. It is a 5 mil. Shove your 5 mil in there. You'll just have to don't put it on first. Put it on your ratchet. Sit it in there. This might be a good idea. Maybe chuck it into neutral, then to reverse. Out of fourth, into reverse, gives you access. Find the hole. Get in there, make sure it's in reverse. The shifter, the ratchet. And then you're just gonna have to hold on to your shifter while you crack it. Sorry, it just cut off there, but yeah, it's probably seamless with you guys, but yeah, my phone just cut off. Anyway, that is now loose. Now, you guys will still have the boot and everything attached to your shifter. So it's going to be, without these plugs on there, pretty sure you just lift up this tab. I can't remember exactly how I got these off, but I did. So this will come off, it'll slide. You've got to make sure that comes all the way out, because I'm pretty sure it's sitting in like a little dimple in the shaft below. There we go. You'll see there's a little dimple. It'll find its way in there. That's your Allen in there. Now everything is still secured. This is not the same as what you guys have. You guys have actually got a spline inside underneath your gear knob. So it is going to be, just find the hole again. Sorry, where is it? Where's the hole? Let's find it. I think I found it. Okay, so yeah, you guys will have it sitting through here with your gear knob on it still. So what I did was, so guys, just as a demo, sorry it is a little bit dark, but there is a tab on the back side. I didn't see it, but sorry, come on. Not much light, it is dark. It's a last minute decision to make this video. But yeah, it's that tab anyway. You push that, they pop out. So then, I'll show you the next step. Change of location. Was going to go to my bench vise, but my garage is full of shit and I can't move heaps of shit to get to the bench vise. But anyway, so what I did, you've still got your gear knob on here. You want to get it off, and heat is what you want. So what I did was I ended up getting my welding jacket. I ended up getting both combination of a welding jacket and a pair of old jeans, because jeans are good to keep heat away. And I wrapped up my jeans around all of this boot and everything. And I stuck it in my bench vise and I heated the fuck out of my gear knob. I did not care that it was going to be shit and it was going to get all dinged up by the hammer, because the gear knob's fucked anyway. That's why you're watching this video. So I sat it in here, into the bench vise, tightened it up, heated the fuck out of it, and then I ended up just bashing the fuck out of it with a hammer. Sounds a bit crude, but it worked, and it worked out pretty well. So once it was in there, heated it up, and you just got to bash it off. Or if you got like some kind of puller or something, you just need to heat it up so that the plastic and everything melts and gets hot enough to come off the spline on the gear shaft, on the gear stick shaft. That one is, there's a spline here. Your gear knob's going to be splined. You just need heat to heat it up, really. And I worked out what pitch I needed for my gear knob. I just got this one from eBay, or I can't remember exactly where I got it from, to be honest, but you can get it from pretty well anywhere. I did think of a couple of different ideas. I tried to melt a bit of plastic the same size that would fit in the gear knob and melt it onto here and twist the thread on there, but it's quite a wide shaft. It doesn't quite fit into the mouth of this guy. So I ended up trying to find the right size for the gear knob. Didn't quite work. I ended up using my tap and die set as much as I could to try and get that to work, but I ended up, it's a tapered thread so that I could get the actual thread of the gear knob to grab, and it does grab eventually and it holds on there pretty well. You probably don't even need the thread tape, but that way it sort of gives it a nice finish at the end. And what I did was I retained the rubber that's underneath here. I retained that like little rubber bit, so it just sort of holds it in position a little bit better. And if I could, I would also put another cable tie it tight to the shaft just below where your gear knob is going to go to, just so that this bit of leather doesn't have too much play like that, so you don't see heaps of it. But granted, you do have the little bit of play you needed to get into reverse goes down, so you will have a little bit of play that you need to be able to get that down. So mine goes to, yeah, it does move a little bit, but yeah, once you've done that, my actual boot here was all pretty well, it was all damaged previously. My kids were walking around, no, it wasn't my kids, it was my dog, sorry. My dog stood on here and pulled all of this bit of leather out of the trim piece. I ended up just getting some hot glue, and the hot glue worked pretty well, and it fixed all of the trim piece in here. You can see a little bit of the glue, pretty blurry there, but there is a little bit in there. But it worked out pretty well. DIY. I don't like to pay for shit to get fixed if I can do it myself. If it's unclear, just put a comment down the bottom there. It's been a while since I've done any kind of video on, so sorry it's shit and I might sound a bit nervous, but yeah, hope this fixes your guys' knobs. Thanks guys.